Hello everyone, welcome to ThinkHub. I am Daksh Khandelwal, your host and host of this series Beyond the Headlines. Currently, I am pursuing Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Artificial Intelligence and Data Science from an online degree powered by IIT Jodhpur. And as you know that we comes daily and discuss few news from the Hindu newspaper and the South China Morning Post. So today also it's day number 72nd. Yeah, so in that there we will be covering three most important news that are making headlines today, and we will try to understand what they really mean to us. So two news are from South China Morning Post and one news from the Hindu. So without wasting any further time, let's get started with the intro. So the first news is that AI zombie video on Singapore's National Day spots sparks talk, and is this the future of film? So basically the AI film of AI zombie video, and you can just watch that video on YouTube channel and many Google sites. It's been a video on it's published was on Singapore's National Day, and it sparks the talk that it is the future. Is it the future of film? So basically, when Singaporeans turned the watch into watch the annual National Day parade on Sunday, the AI generated, this was wholly fully AI generated film depicting. Sorry, I think that's an error. I was just buffering earlier, so I think it's now fine. So yeah, when Singapore's basically the annual on an AI generated short film depicting a zombie apocalypse version of the event, and that was a 4 minute long video and spin-off of a human written artificial generated spore full video series. So basically it was written by a human but generated by artificial intelligence. So it was proper spore pathologic outbreak spreading across the fictional city of Leonara. And basically it was we have seen people, the people have sent, we have seen everything from genuine curiosity to passionate the critique, and we welcome it all. So basically the maker of that film has told that we are generally curious and genuine curious to passionate about the critics also, and the genuine person who loves this series. And also we want feedback from both of them, so we are welcome to everyone, and just give the feedback on that criticism. If there is any criticism, you can just see the visuals. This is one of the visuals from that video. And he also added they are watching till the end just to leave a negative comment. Some of them are watching till the end to just to leave a negative comment. That's something deeper. Audience are hungry for the connection, but they can't get past the fact that the content is AI generated. So they need the content, but they can't get that it is AI generated. So they leave a negative comment. And the soul of the work, like the stories, arcs, and the character motivates, is written by the human, with AI only used to handle the execution of environment, visuals, facts, and production scaling according to the book. And in response of criticism of all that, of not using local actors to play the roles instead of AI generated character, Bo, who is managing all those director, has respected that and behind the project, and they tell about what was the motive of behind the what was the aim in behind the project. And aside from Bo, the many of helped by Singaporean were helped and won a golden horse award in 2015 2025 for the best animated feature producer for Another World in 2025. You can see it's a spore fall. The reality is that the project of this scale with ambitious of project transports requires resources that are out of reach for most independent studios. So and they need resources which are most out basically most out of that resources. Many studios. And Spark Spore Fall is a free to view 10 episode vertical series across its own website. On TikTok, you can watch on YouTube. TikTok is banned in India, so you can watch on YouTube, Instagram, and selected streaming partners. So basically, have what happen is on the this is also one of the visual from that. So basically, AI is not a genre; it's a tool. So basically, its value depends on how it is being used by humans and we all. So if we use it as a creativity, so it can be good at scaling. But if you are using it as a genre means doing everything from AI, so it can harm you also. So just use AI in your work. So basically, one of the wise person has said that AI will not take the job. AI humans, sorry, what was that he said? AI will not take the jobs. The one who is not using AI in this that field in on their own field, they will lose the job. The one who is using AI in that field, in their field, they will not definitely lose their job. The one who is not using AI, they will leave, they will lose the job. One of the founder, I think Nvidia's founder, have said this. So talking about Nvidia, so we just bring back the Nvidia is new. Oh, sorry, I think it's another overloaded. Let me just stop. Yeah, so now it's clear. So just talking about Nvidia, so the Nvidia's news has been there. So Nvidia to team with Wall Street on US 500 US dollar billion package for AI infrastructure project. So what is this is mean is a group of US investment participating with the Nvidia on a US dollar 500 US dollar in funding AI infrastructure projects, and the Financial Times have reported this. So basically Apollo Global Management, Blackstone, BlackRock, Brookfield, Goldman Sachs, KKR are among the firms in talks with Nvidia. They are just collaborating on that on deal to invest on AI build out system, and basically citing the unidentified sources. This has been confirmed by unidentified sources through the Financial Times reporting, and the deal may be announced as soon as Monday. Means till Monday, the news can be announced till next Monday. And Nvidia has also already signed hundreds of billions of dollars. You know that Nvidia is famous for chips and new development. Also the Nvidia has bring now they have went into the laptops also. They are just launching few laptops also, and one of Nvidia's founder has been using two laptops in their hand. One video has been viral that Nvidia's owner has been using founder has been using two laptops in their hand and just show. Oh, sorry, I think that's another error, overloaded error. Just a minute. Yes, so it's now resolved. So they, yeah, so that in that they are using a top level good visual games, and it's they are working definitely fine. which which I have written the names of the games also. Let me see if I have written that. So yeah, Forza Horizon. Basically Forza Horizon was one of the game, and it is a triple A game. So basically it's a type of games which takes a lot of memory, a lot of RAM, a lot of uh, basically it's very visually very good, and it's very good. So they need a lot of things, so that's why they are also going into the laptops also, Nvidia. And the company just last month expanded a partnership with South Korean conglomerate SK Group and said the US dollar. You can just see that the Financial Times has also reported that did not detail which projects or companies are their funding would back, but the nature they have told you that it will be of 500 US dollar investment. And also Nvidia said last month that it has made a substantial investment in safe super intelligence. So they are just making investment, but let's see the official update will be will be in front of us till next Monday. And Nvidia has also said that it's in June it's raised you 1525 US dollar billion through a US bond insurance, and it taps a debt market to increase the liquidity of additional of that. So I guess yeah, that's the news. And I guess this news, yeah. So that's the news for today. And moving toward the third news. So third news is about the Hindu newspaper. So basically, protesters have marched to the Jharkhand Assembly area. So Jharkhand State Assembly area. So what of them is like thousands of people, has thousands of students and job aspirants. I think this buffering is today normal because I'm just able to see that it's encoding overloaded. So sorry for that. You can see me buffering, but my voice can be clear. My voice should be clear. So thousands of students and job application applicants from across Jharkhand has marched towards the state assembly on after this clearing the barricades and all. And at least five protesters were injured, and including one who suffered a head injury in that after the police started to burden charge. Basically they did the lathi charge in that. And the protesters are demanding that there should be cancellations of Jharkhand Staff Selection Commission graduate level, basically JSSCGCL. So they want them to cancel the paper, and just because there was some lack of consistency and some cheating and malpractices some in that exam, so they want that. So, and also JPSC ex chief, the meanwhile former JPSC chairman, you can just read it name L Khangate, who has resigned on July 22, 22nd July. And they also slams they because CID took the over this, and they have to resign from that position. And also one news is that Rahul Gandhi, the opposition main leader, has slammed police action. They have said that they are using wrong practices to conclude that condemns any violence. So they are just against the violence. And basically basically thing is that if they were in the government and they do this, so they said that it's a protocol. Now they are in a position, so they are saying that they are just opposing, they are against the violence. But nobody is against the violence. That violence is also nice. This is not a violence, it's a type of protocol breaking. So if you are breaking the protocol, so the action should be there now. So if you are if there is some barricades and you are entering these barricades without their permission, so of definitely the actions will be taken, and the actions can be in form of anything. If there is so much crowded area, so the actions can be in form of a lathi charge. I know that it's not ethically good, and basically not, it's against the country's violence piece, it's against the country's peace. But what to do if it can harm anything? They are just entering into the state assembly, which is very precious place, so that should be get us proper security. Because suppose let me take you an example of Jantar Mantar only. They just entered into the parliament, then when they entered this area of parliament, then the police started the lathi charge. So why they did that? So this can be a huge question for security. Means what do I means is that suppose in that group of students and in the groups of protesters, there can be one or two terrorists, and they just enter the parliament and then they attack the parliament. So what can you do? Who will answer that call? Who will answer to the country or to the man? Because this state assembly or this president area and this parliament is very precious place for of our India. So they need to get a proper security, and if anyone is violating that security, then proper action should take. In my opinion, the proper action should take, whether it is in form of violence, in FIR, in complaint, or in any form, but the action should be there. So that's my thought. And that's all. So I guess too much too much gyan in that in this form of videos. So that's all. And let me take a glimpse of about three news and like take key learnings. So from the first news, the key learning was, so what was the first news? So first news was about let me search, I just forgot, yeah, sorry. Let me just search it. Yeah, so first video was about AI zombie video, and in that I guess it's suffering. Yeah, let wait a minute, it's buffering now, just a minute. So yeah, now it gets resolved. So first video was of AI zombie, that AI is taking the field of film industries and film peoples. So they were just criticizing also, but they were watching the full video also. So it's type of hypocrisy, but what, it's a matter of time and we will see that. And so basically you using full AI is not a bad, it's a bad thing. But using AI with human intelligence is a very good thing. So we have to work on human thing. And then the second news, it was Nvidia, that Nvidia and many companies like Segment says and KRK, and there is building up 500 US dollar, or I don't know, I just forgot. They are just raising that fund to just invest on artificial intelligence. And the third news was about the protest at Jharkhand. Protesters are just entered the state assembly and they are just demanding their rights and all, and then for the cancellations of paper JSSC. So that's all for today's episode. And if you found this video useful, consider subscribing to ThinkHub for more news, AI, and learning content. I will see you in the next video lecture. Till then, keep learning and stay curious.